guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than what I normally upload. I did a poll on Instagram like 2 or 3 months ago. It's been a while. But I asked you guys if you guys wanted to hear about what I take and what I do to help me kind of get through a panic attack or just when I'm going through my anxiety. So that is what today's video is going to be about. Just basically me sharing everything that I take, everything that I do, everything just in general that really helps me out. I do have a disclaimer before I get into the video. I just want to throw it out there because I don't want to be responsible for anything. I am not claiming to be a doctor. I'm not claiming to be a therapist, psychologist. I'm not a licensed professional. I am not telling you guys to take anything. I'm not telling you guys to do anything. I am just simply explaining and sharing what helps me, what I do, what I take, my experience. These things will not cure you. You will still have anxiety. I still have anxiety. These are just things that help me get through it. Once again, I just want to make it clear, I am in no way, shape, or form telling you to go out and buy these things or do these things. Please talk to your doctor. If you are a negative person and you don't believe in anxiety and you think people are crazy when they say they have anxiety, just click out as well, because negativity will not be tolerated at all. If you do not agree with natural medicine or alternative medicines, please just click out. This video is not going to be for you. And another thing that I want to mention, I'm already getting like emotional. This is a very sensitive subject for me personally. I hate being vulnerable. I hate crying. I hate showing any type of emotion. So the only reason that I am doing this video is because I thought that this could help somebody. I did that poll on Instagram. I had never had so many people vote on a poll like that poll. And I think it was like 89% said yes. I can't remember. I lost the screenshot. I haven't been able to find it, but it was pretty high up there. So I'm hoping, I'm like out of breath already. So I'm hoping that this will help somebody. And if you know anybody that could benefit from this video, share it with them. I think that is it for my disclaimers and my talking for now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get straight into the video and share everything that I take and do to help my anxiety. So if you guys want to see that, then just go ahead and keep on watching. I have my water right here. I'm already like out of breath. So I did make a little list. I just didn't want to forget anything. I wanted to make sure I included everything, and I didn't want to be too all over the place, even though I'm sure I'm going to be all over the place. So really quickly, I just want to give you guys a little backstory so you guys kind of know about my anxiety. I've been having anxiety for the last 12 years. Since summer 2007 is when I noticed it. 12 years ago, I didn't even know anxiety was a thing. I feel like nowadays almost everybody has some type of anxiety, and it's like more common. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the intro, this is something that is very hard for me to talk about because I hate being emotional and I hate being vulnerable, but I'm working on it. I know it's a good thing. I'm you know, it's something that I'm working on. But I did want to let you guys know, I have talked a little bit about my anxiety on Instagram. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, my info is down below in the description box if you guys want to follow me if you are not. I was dealing with my anxiety even when I was pregnant with all 3 of my kids, and it was like, it was super stressful. I remember with each pregnancy, when I hit like 6 or 7 months, my anxiety was just like 20 times worse, and all my doctors just wanted to medicate me, and I didn't want to do that when I was pregnant, so I never took anything when I was pregnant, and I just kind of pushed through it. I've been to doctors. I went to a therapist one time. I think it was before I had Addie, before I was even pregnant, so this was a long time ago. And then I stopped going because I had a bad experience with that therapist, so I just didn't want to go back, and I never went back. I've been on different medications. I don't remember the names of the stuff that I used to take, just because I think I was like 17 or 18 years old, and I was already living on my own. I can't like just go ask my mom, or you know, I can't ask anybody. I wasn't really knowledgeable. I didn't like pay attention to what I was taking, but I think I've done enough sharing of like my background and stuff like that. If you guys have any questions, or you guys want me to do another video, maybe just telling you guys some other stories of experiences that I had, maybe leave them down below. But I'm gonna start going into some of the stuff that I take currently now as an adult. So the first product that I want to talk to you guys about, I've been taking for almost 3 years. I think I've been taking it for like 2.5 going on 3 years, and They are some pills. So I've been taking KRATOM for the last 2.5 to almost 3 years. And if you've never heard of KRATOM, please go ahead and do your own research. I'm not really going to be going into detail about what everything is because this video is going to be like twice as long, and I'm sure it's already going to be long enough. But I will be sharing with you guys what I'm taking. This is an all-natural product. This has no THC, no CBD, like none of that. One of Julio's coworkers had mentioned that this was good for anxiety, and he told me about it. We bought it and it worked for me, so I've been taking it for a really long time now. It comes in pill forms. So here's a little pill. So this is what the little pill looks like. You guys probably can't really see it, but KRATOM does not smell good. KRATOM does not smell good. It does not taste good, and it's very, very expensive. So you can either get it in pill form, pre-made shots, or just powder and you make it into a shot. The best way, in my opinion, to take KRATOM is actually in a liquid form, but that's not how I choose to take it. I like to take it in pill form because it tastes less nasty. Julio used to actually buy me, they were like these little teeny tiny pre-made shots. Like they were really tiny, but very, very effective. If you've ever smelt gasoline, like literally that's what it smells like. I've never tasted gasoline, but to me that's what it would taste like. Like, it's so disgusting. If you have a really bad gag reflex, if you are very sensitive to certain smells or very sensitive to certain textures and taste, I would not recommend it at all in liquid form. It's so disgusting. Even like the pills smell pretty gross. They almost smell like hay, like straight up hay. And KRATOM is not recommended for anybody under the age of 21. Julio buys me this one at the gas station, but we used to get it online. But KRATOM is like ridiculously expensive. Like that little shot that I mentioned was $20, so you can imagine. Each capsule is approximately 500 milligrams, at least that's what it says on the bottle, and I normally take 5 to 6 of them. When I'm having a really intense panic attack, or like I just feel so anxious that I can't sit still, I'll take like 7 of them. Yesterday I actually had a really bad panic attack. I took 8 of these and it was not a good idea. There are downsides to this. Like I said, it's expensive, it smells bad, it doesn't taste good. But another one is if you take too much, or if you take it on an empty stomach, at least from my experience, you're gonna get nauseous, you're gonna get dizzy, and there is a possibility that you're gonna throw up, which for my case yesterday, I took 8 of them and oh my gosh, I totally threw up, but I was feeling like so sick, like I was super nauseous. It was really bad. KRATOM does not get you high. You can be functioning, you can drive, it doesn't have any THC in here. Remember to do your own research. This is one of the most effective things that helps me get through it. So the next thing I want to talk about, I don't currently have in the house, but I'm going to talk to you guys about it anyways. So I love to take CBD water. One of the gas stations here in our town used to carry it, and I want to say the last like 4, maybe 5 months they haven't had it in stock. CBD water is so good. There are 2 brands that I really love. I'm gonna leave the Instagram information down below because I don't know the name off the top of my head. But one of them is just a regular, like normal water, but it's CBD water, and the other one is flavored. They both work so incredible. CBD water is another thing that I love to take when I'm traveling because it's just so easy. It's very calming, very relaxing. It is something that I'm comfortable taking when I'm home alone with the kids because it's not gonna mess me up or anything. It has 0 THC, so it's not gonna get you high once again, but still do your own research. The ones that I like to get are $5 to $6 each. I personally really recommend and love anything with CBD in it. 1, because it's not going to get you high. 2, you're going to be able to function and do your normal day-to-day things. 3, is just going to really help calm you down and relax you. I really love taking CBD water. I'm going to talk to you guys about 2 more CBD products, but I don't have them physically because I already finished them. The other thing that I take is a CBD pen. I think it was October of last year when I started using the CBD pen. So it's kind of like a vape pen, but it has CBD oil in it. Mine was from the brand, it's either mycannahemp or KRATOM. I'm gonna leave their information down below as well. They're on Instagram, but I got mine in Las Vegas. We had stayed at a friend's house. I had like this crazy intense back spasm. I was driving on the freeway going back to my friend's house. I don't remember what I was doing, but I was driving back to my friend's house and I had the kids in the car. We were in a rental car and my back spasmed and I started to freak out. I started to get so much anxiety because I didn't know what the hell was going on. Thankfully, I was very close to her house. I tried her CBD pen and it like relaxed my muscles and it got rid of my anxiety. It like really calmed me down. I had two. One was the Euphoria one and the other one was the Calm. I personally love the Calm one more. I find that it actually relaxes me and just keeps me really calm and chill. So that is the one that I would recommend. The Euphoria one was alright, but it wasn't my favorite. And the other CBD product that I take are CBD gummies, but I finished those a few months ago. And if I can find the ones that I take, I will leave them down below. All of the CBD products that I take, I purchased them in Las Vegas. And if you guys happen to be in Las Vegas, I will leave the address down below for you guys, or just the name of the place that I go to. So yeah, so CBD gummies are another thing that I like to take. They have 0 THC. They taste good. It's like a giant little gummy, like literally it's like a little circle. It comes with 10 of them and they also really help me be calm. They're not my absolute favorite things to take. If I had to pick between the KRATOM, the pen, and the gummies, I would definitely do the KRATOM and the pen. That is pretty much all of the CBD products that I personally take. Once again, you guys can do your own research. The next thing that I want to talk to you guys about is something that I started taking just a couple months ago. I remember I shared these on Instagram with you guys, but they are these pills right here. They're like these dietary supplements. They are, I believe, they're called ashwagandha. I don't know how to pronounce it, but they're from the brand Physician's Choice. I got these on Instagram, not on Instagram, on Amazon. So I bought these on Amazon. I cannot remember how I found these. I think Julio found them for me. They were like 16 bucks, I think, maybe 13. Not too crazy bad in my opinion. And I took 3 of them once a day in the morning after I had breakfast. I felt like they were actually helping me, and then I stopped taking them because I started to break out a couple months ago. I don't know if you guys remember, getting a lot of rashes all over my body, especially on my face and my neck, and I was getting a lot of welts as well. So I stopped taking everything that I was taking at the time, and I just haven't really gotten back into it. I still have a lot. Yeah, I still have a lot of capsules in here, and I'm gonna continue to take them. I think I'm gonna start taking them again next week. But I did like them. There was a lot of incredible stories and reviews on Amazon with this. If I can find the exact one where I purchased it from, I'll leave it down below for you guys as well. I felt like these really helped clear my mind, and just so I wasn't constantly thinking of stuff and then, you know, making myself anxious, because that's kind of how it starts for me. You know, I'm always thinking about all this bad stuff that can happen, and then I get freaked out, and then I start thinking about other things. So I felt like this was really like just clearing my mind, so I wasn't constantly being like scared and afraid and then making myself super anxious. So if you guys want to do some research, check them out on Amazon. I will leave them down below for you guys. I'm gonna share with you guys 2 more things that I take, and then I will go into the things that I do. Okay. I don't know why I feel nervous. Dripping water. So I've been taking these, I think, for 2 years. The next things that I take are edibles. So I know it is very controversial. Is that how you say it? Controversial? I don't know how to say the word. But there's a lot of people who are against THC products. The only reason I started taking them was because I was curious to see if they were going to help me. And to my surprise, they did. And I've tried a bunch of different ones. My absolute favorite ones are these from Dutch Girl, and they are the like waffle cookie ones. I have a hard time opening it, so I can't open it, but it's empty. I took my last one yesterday, and I'm really sad because, you know, I can only buy these when I go to Vegas, These are the other ones. They are from Zoots, and these are just their cookie dough blondies, so they're kind of like little brownies, but they're the blondie ones. I keep these in the freezer, and I just keep these safe in my room. If I ever take any of my edibles, it is at nighttime when Julio is home. I never take them just for the hell of it. I don't take them like to have a good ass time. I take them when I'm having an intense panic attack, to the point that I can't sit still, I'm shaking, I'm passing out, I'm crying, and I can't sleep. That is the only time that I ever take these. If I'm going through it and I'm home alone with the kids, I will not take these. Like, I will never ever take these unless Julio is home, just because if there's an emergency, you know, I don't want anything to ever happen. So that's why I would like much rather take the KRATOM or take a CBD product. I personally cannot handle more than 15 grams. I normally just take one if I really want to be able to go to sleep and stop freaking out, stop being anxious. You know, this really does calm me down, but sometimes I'll take 1.5 and that will really put me to sleep. Normally this takes about 45 minutes to an hour to kick in for me. If I take half of one, it's not going to do anything. If I take one, it's actually going to do something, and then one, I cannot take two. Two will like trip me out. I've only done that like twice and I've regretted it both times. So 1 to 1.5 is what I take. It's really bad that these taste so good because it makes you want to eat a lot of them, but you can't. Don't do that. These are really good as well, but I keep these in the freezer and then I just take one out. And once again, talk to your doctor, please. I have been very open with my doctors, and one time that I went to the hospital, I was very open with the fact that that I take edibles. Don't be shy, don't be scared. You know, they're your doctors, so you should be open with them. Let them know what you take, or if you plan on taking them, what they suggest. So these are the two that I have found that work really well with me. Everybody's body is different, everybody reacts differently. Do it at your own risk. I'm not telling you guys to go out and buy edibles. I'm not telling you guys to do this. This is just what helps me. And I want to reiterate, I never ever take these unless my husband is home. I never take them when I'm home alone with the kids. And I don't think that's smart. That's just my personal opinion. So this is what I take, and also the CBD products that I don't have with me today. But that is everything that I physically take. Now I want to talk about some of the things that I do, because I feel like there are things that you can do to really help you like push yourself, push your boundaries, pull through, you know what I mean? And so you can be like, I made it, I'm okay. Next time, I'm gonna be okay, you know what I mean? So when I was pregnant with my second daughter, I had worse anxiety than with my first daughter, and I was also having a lot of sciatica issues. So a friend and I were pregnant at the same time, and we both decided to go to prenatal yoga. And I can't tell you guys, not only did it help me physically, but it helped my anxiety so much. I never ever in my life thought that I was gonna like yoga, and the first time that I tried it, I was pregnant. It was like life-changing for me because it really cleared my mind. You're focusing on your breathing, you're focusing on your poses, and you're not thinking about anything else other than your breathing and your poses. Another thing, exercising. I feel like when I was consistently exercising, my body felt better and my mind was more clear and more free, and I wasn't thinking about a bunch of crap that was making me anxious. Currently, I'm not working out. I haven't really been getting my shit together. I feel like we go hiking as a family like on the weekends every once in a while, but since my asthma, actually I have asthma, and my asthma has been acting up the last 2 months, it's kind of hard for me because then I like can't breathe, and I'm still trying to get my shit together, trying to work out. This year has been very hard for me physically and mentally because I haven't been working out, and when I work out, I'm focused. Like I said, my mind is just so clear. My body feels good. I feel healthy. I would highly recommend you guys work out if you have anxiety. Try a yoga class, see how you like it. I would say after like the 3rd yoga class that I took, I was like, wow, this is really helping me. That's when I kind of noticed it. Two things. I want to talk about two things that I've been doing more recently. I started meditating. I started doing breathing exercises this past month. Julio actually suggested it. So I found an Audible, is that what it's called? An audiobook or Audible? Anyways, on my phone, I have an iPhone, and there's like this app that I can download books, and they're audiobooks. So I found one that was for anxiety. I will leave the name down below for you guys. Everything that I talk about, I will leave down below. It was teaching me breathing exercises, and it was teaching me how to meditate. It's very, very life-changing. I think after the second time that I did it, I was like, wow. So that is something that I definitely recommend. But once again, you know, do your own research and only do it if you want to. I'm not forcing you or telling you to do it. I find that yoga, meditation, breathing exercises, and exercising are very, very therapeutic for people who have anxiety. I feel like it just frees your mind, it relaxes you, it calms you down, you feel good, and that's all you want, you know? People with anxiety don't want to have it. Nobody wants to have it. And I have three more things that I want to talk about. Music. Music is so therapeutic for me. It is so healing for me if I'm feeling sad, if I'm feeling mad, even if I'm feeling happy. Music makes me in such a better mood. When I'm super anxious, you know, I just put some music on and I feel good. I go on YouTube on my TV and I play music videos. I put music on my phone. I have Pandora and Spotify. It just heals my soul, and it instantly helps me relax and focus on the lyrics, and then I start dancing or whatever, you know. I'm just like chill, relaxed, depending on the music that I'm listening to. I don't have a specific music. There's no specific type of music that I listen to make me better, because I listen to all kinds of music. Sorry, I feel like I'm choking up a little bit. And now I'm out of water. When I get really, really anxious, it's like I don't know how to explain it, but like my house needs to be clean, and I feel like I start like super cleaning, like super fast. I can clean my entire house in like an hour, like the whole thing, the kids' room, my room, bathrooms. Like I'm like this, like I'm non-stop, and it's super fast, and it's freaking nuts. It is so nuts. But it helps me focus on the cleaning, even though I'm doing it like super high speed. But I'm doing it, and it kind of makes me focus on just specifically cleaning, which is kind of weird, but it helps. It really does help. But I don't purposely do it. I just start doing it. So that's something that I just naturally start doing sometimes when I get to a certain point. And the last thing that I want to talk about is play games on your phone. I play Candy Crush Jelly. I cannot remember what level I'm on. I'm like on... What level am I? Let me check. Hopefully you guys can see that. I am on level 1377. So Candy Crush Jelly is one of my favorite games. I just recently started playing 2 other games, but that game like literally is so good for me. So I would definitely recommend you guys find a game on your phone that really helps you. That is a game that I feel I have to use my brain, and I have to think how I'm gonna beat the game and how I'm gonna connect, you know, the candies, and then I'm just focusing on that and I'm not thinking about anything else in my head. That's pretty much it, you guys. I'm sure I missed a couple things because I'm probably spacing out right now. Hey guys, so future me 2 days later after filming the video. Of course, like I mentioned in the video, I was going to forget some stuff, and I did, and I know I look a hot mess. I'm still in pajamas, and this is just how I look normally 99% of the time. But anyways, I wrote down the other things that I remembered the next morning after I filmed. And if the angle is a little bit different, that's because I put my camera on my small tripod right here on my table. I just didn't want to deal with the whole big setup. I'm going to make this as quick as possible because I already finished editing the entire video and it's already 25 minutes long. So I'm going to do my best to not make it even longer. So I'm going to stop talking and get into the other stuff that I forgot that helped me out. One thing that I wanted to get across to you guys that I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video was that I don't know if this happens to everybody else or if it's just me personally, but I completely shut down when I am anxious. It doesn't matter if I'm home and I'm comfortable being home or if I'm out and I'm feeling uncomfortable. I straight up just shut down. I can't eat. I have to force myself to drink water. Like I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to be around anybody. If my parents call me, if my siblings call me, if my friends call me, or if they text me, I'm like one word answers, yes, no, maybe, stuff like that. That is my response. That's just because I can't deal with anybody else. I have to try to focus on myself, and I literally can barely speak. I can't function. I feel mentally crippled because like I can't eat, I can't do anything. So that's one of the things that I wanted to get across to you guys. Another thing, if you have kids or if you have family members around you, this could kind of go hand in hand, but for my circumstance, it's talking to my kids. My kids are 2, 5, and 8, so they're still small, but my 8-year-old understands and my 5-year-old kind of understands. My 8-year-old is such an incredible helper. She helps me so much. I can be like, I need to go sit down, I need to go lay down, or I'm gonna be in my room for a few minutes. She understands. She helps me with the other two, and I think just knowing that they're okay and they understand I'm going through something at the moment, that really helps me a little bit kind of be at ease. So I would recommend, if you guys do have kids, or maybe if you just have somebody that lives with you, talk to them. You know, you never know. Kids really do understand a lot. My kids help me. They help me. They try to make me feel better. They say, how can I help you? Do you need water, mommy? Do you need this? Or they'll just sit with me. We watch cartoons. Cartoons really help me, believe it or not. I know I'm about to be 30 in like a week and a half, and I watch cartoons. Cartoons help me. Disney movies, or I watch Friends as well. I just need to watch something happy, even if I'm not really paying attention. It just needs to be in the background. I feel like I'm getting a little bit more emotional than I was the first time I filmed. But yeah, I feel like if you don't have a good support system, obviously not everybody does. Not a lot of people understand people with anxiety, and some people just don't really care. But if you have a good support system, I feel like that is really going to help you to come out on the other side, and like really, they're going to help you in general. You know, my kids are very supportive. My husband is extremely supportive, and my immediate family understands, but they don't fully understand, but they try to, if that makes any sense. Julio's parents, they understand. My parents understand, my siblings as well, and like some of my close friends understand, or at least they all try to understand. I do have a pretty good support system, which I'm very extremely grateful for, and also a lot of you, when I talk to you guys on Instagram that I'm having a bad day, that I'm really going through it with my anxiety, you guys DM me, we talk. It's really helpful, so I'm really glad that I have that support system as well. If you guys ever see me on Instagram stories rocking a really oversized black hoodie, that is because I'm anxious. I need to have something heavy on me. I need to have a big hoodie. I need to feel safe. I don't know why, but wearing a big oversized hoodie really helps me. If you guys ever see me wearing it, that is because I'm going through it. Also, a really big thick blanket when you're going to sleep, or just in general, will help you. I've heard that there are things called anxiety blankets. I've never looked it up, but I have a really thick, big, heavy comforter, and it helps me go to sleep. It helps me relax. It helps me feel safe. It's almost like a hug. Like when Julio gets home, and maybe we've been texting throughout the day that I was a little bit anxious or whatever, he gets home, he looks at me, and I just, you know, I break down because I try to be as strong as I can when I'm home alone with the kids. And if I can't, I walk away because I don't want them to see me break down. As soon as he gets home, like he gives me the most big, comforting, amazing hug, and I break down like almost instantly every single time. And you know, sometimes that helps. If you have a husband, if you have a wife, if you have kids, have them squeeze you. It really does help. It really, really does. I know I'm talking really fast and I feel like I'm a little bit all over it. Something else, if you guys notice, my top is like big right here in the collar. That is because that is what I do. I've started doing this more recently, like the last 3 months. And this is what I do. This is how I talk sometimes, and I cover my face like this sometimes. I don't know why it helps, but it helps. So if you guys do this too, you're not alone. I do that stuff too, and I know it's really, really weird, but it helps. And the last thing that I wanted to mention, I did mention how music helps me. It really soothes my soul. It's very therapeutic. I normally listen to it during the day. I have it pretty loud and it helps me. But to go to sleep, I'm not going to be blasting music. Whether or not I took any of the things that I take, I will put in my headphones and I will listen to music, and I will put it as loud as I can handle it so that nobody else can hear it, and then I go to bed. So that is another way that music really helps me. Headphones are like the best thing of life. I'm done rambling, so now let's get back into the regular video. But this is pretty much the gist. If you made it this far, thank you. I truly appreciate you. And I hope this video helps you guys. I hope it helps someone. If you guys have questions, leave them down below. If you're not comfortable leaving questions, you guys can DM me on Instagram, or you can private message me on Twitter. I'm always responding back to you guys. And all my social media is down below. If you know anyone who will benefit from this video, share it with them. And that is pretty much it, you guys. Let me know, maybe in the future I could do another video about my anxiety. Maybe you guys have other questions, or maybe I can have Julio do a Q&A on how he deals with it, because when I first started getting anxiety, we were both new to it, so we didn't know how to deal with it at the beginning of our relationship. So I don't know, if it's something you guys want to see maybe in the future, let me know and I'll do my best to film it for you guys. And that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.